जातो नमो रुचाय ब्रह्मणे रुचां ब्राह्मण जनयन्तो देवा अग्रे तदब्रुवन् जस्त्वैवं ब्राह्मणो विद्यात् तस्य देवा असन्त्वसे श्रीश्चारे लक्ष्मी पत्न्यां बाहोरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपामस्मिनो व्यातं इषणन्निखारा मोम्बिखारा सर्वलोकं बहिखारा स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृधस्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो आयुष्कानेमि स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु भद्रां कर्णेभिः शृणुयामदेवा भद्रां पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्ट्वाभ्यंसस्तानो विर्व्यसे बाहिने वाहितं जलायुः शातामेन्नु शारदो अन्तिदेवा जतरानश्चकरा जरशां तनूनां पुत्रासो जतरा पितानो भवन्ति मानो मद्यारीरिखता युर्गन्तो आदितिर्द्यौरादितिरन्तारिक्षामदितिर्माता स पिता स पुत्राः विश्वे देवा अदितिः पञ्च जना अदितिर्जातमदितिर्जानित्वां जौ शान्ति अन्तरिक्षो शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वभूतो शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेरि जातो जातः समीहसे ततो नो अभयं कुरु शान्नः कुरु प्रजाभ्यो भयान्नः पशुभ्यः विश्वानि देव सवितुर्दुरिता निपरासुहा जगवदरान्तन्न आशुवा ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सुशान्तिर्भवतु सर्वारिष्टशान्तिर्भवतु।
धन्यवाद। बोले व्यास जी महाराज की जय। श्यामति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। Devotees, first of all, like to say special welcome each and every one of you. Behalf of Sastri ji, Lynette and Kashmir, and behalf of all the devotees of Shri Vrindavan Dham, Shri Durga Mandir, like to say special welcome to our very respected Pandit ji, Pandit Nil Prasad ji. Thank you. We are so blessed to welcome you here again, and it's our pleasure to listen to session of Ramcharitmanas katha. और साथ में ही like to say special welcome हमारे very respected पंडित जी श्री भगवान जी, श्री from Hindu Prarthana Samaj, serving the community हमारा सौभाग्य है, अतिथि देवो भव, तो इससे बड़ा और क्या सौभाग्य हमारा हो सकता है कि आप आए. And devotee says, we each and every Brahmana, each and every Panditjis, each and every Vyas, wherever they go, their mission to go only one mission: spread the name of love and respect and welcome everyone. And if we learn these two things, we learn a lot. And when we do so, when we respect everyone, devotees, that is the two biggest step or roots of happiness, roots of success, and roots of to reach the Paramatma Bhagavan, and plus bhakti also. Then on behalf of our respected Sastri ji, again Pandit ji, like to say special welcome each. I behalf of all the devotees, again Susartam. It's now I will ask our Pandit ji. This is our little token to you, behalf of Shri Vrindavan Dham. Hari Om Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garudadhara Mangalam Pundari Mangalaya Talo Hari. Any further delay, I pass over to Vyasji to give his message, lead us to the devotional path. Thank you.
प्रेम से बोलो प्रभु रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. Our dear beloved Panditji, Damodarji, it is an absolute pleasure once again to be at your holy feet. I bow to you with your blessings this evening and all the other Pandits to begin these 2 sessions of Ramayana Satsang to celebrate the 60th birthday of our dear brother Sastri ji. To all of you who have come from near and far, let us at this time sit upright for a few minutes as we go into dhyanam and we begin to sing the glories of Maryada Purushottam Prabhu Ramachandra Bhagavan. Let us clasp our hands, gently bow our heads and close our eyes. Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om. Shri Ganeshaya Namah, Shri Saraswate Namah, Shri Guru Charan Kamale Bhyo Namo Namah. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. We bow to the feet of Jagadambe Bhavani Shankar Ma. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. seated upon Mount Kailash, Bhagwan Shiva, in his mudra, Abhaya mudra position, blessing all of us as we look up to him. Next to him, of course, Jagadambe Ma, Bhagwan Sri Ganesha and Kartike Bhagwan. Karpur Gauram Karunavataram Samsar Saram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasantam Hrudayarvinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. On this Shanivar, we go before the feet of Pavanaputra Hanumanji Mahavir Swami. As we feel the energy, we call upon him. Atulit Baladhamam Hema Shailabadeham Danujavana Krishanum Jnaninam Agraganyam Sakala Gunanidhanam Vanaranam Adhisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatjatam Namami. Murliwala, Bake Bihari Lal, Mohan Muraliya Ghansham, to the feet of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Charur Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharat abhyuthanamas dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sanstharpanakaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Prem se bolo Bhake Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Goswami Tulsidas ji writes in the very first chapter of Sri Ramcharitamanas, Balkan, a beautiful prayer glorifying Mother Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, Mother Vani, the goddess of speech, and the sage Valmiki, the original author of Ramayana. This prayer is called Mangala Ashtakam. We chant tonight chapter 1, shloka number 1, Ramcharitamanas. Varnanam artha sanghanam rasanam chandasamapi mangalanam cha kartaro vande vani vinayako. Bhavani Shankaro Vande Shraddha Vishwas Rupino Yabhyam Vinana Pashanti Siddha Santastam Ishwaram Vande Vodhamayam Nityam Guru Shankar Rupino Yamashrito hi vakropi Chandraha sarvat vandate Sitaram gunagram Punyaranya vrivahrino Vande vishuddha vijnano Kavishwar Kapishwara. Prem se bolo Bhagwan Ramachandra ki Jai. We glorify tonight Saraswati Devi Mata, the goddess of knowledge, the goddess of wisdom, the goddess of music. In this Saraswati Mata Vandana, those of us from Trinidad would remember the late Pandit Nirmal Maharaj Ji. Whenever he began Ramayan Kathaa, he always glorified Shakti Devi Ma in the form of Saraswati. Let us glorify her to sing this beautiful bhajan. या कुंदेन्दु तुषार हार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रामृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देव सदा वन्दिता सा माता सरस्वती भगवती निशेष जाड्यापहा। जय 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 श्री सरस्वती माता। जय 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 श्री सरस्वती माता। जय 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 सिया माता श्री माता। जय जय श्री सरस्वती माता। Principal, everybody sing, come on. प्रथम अभिनव में श्री गणेश को दूजे सरस्वती माँ। तीजे में बिनवती देव को जो यहाँ सृष्टि चले। जय जय श्री सरस्वती माता। जय 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 श्री सरस्वती माता। चौथे में बिनाओ पंच सभी को ध्यान तुझे जो लगा। रामायण की अनुपम करमी भवसागर पार करे। ओ रामायण की अनुपम करमी भवसागर पार करे। वो जय 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 श्री सरस्वती माता। जय जय श्री सरस्वती माता। जय 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 सिया माता श्री माता। जय जय श्री सरस्वती माता। जय जय श्री सरस्वती माता। प्रेम से बोलो श्री सरस्वती देवी माता महारानी की जय। Once again, Swagatam. For those of you joining us online as well, we are being broadcasted live tonight on Bhakti TV out of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, live all across the world. For those of you joining us on all of the social media platforms, we say to you Swagatam. To my parents, Pandit, Teacher Tulsi Prasadji, and Srimati, my mom is Grace Prasadji, listening to us down in South Trinidad, Ramayan Yagya, Devi to be exact, home. We say to you Swagatam and God's blessings. I bow to your feet, Mata and Pitaji. Tonight, let us begin by chanting the 40 glorious verses of Shri Hanuman Chalisa. Today being Saturday Shanivar, we give praise and thanks to Prabhu Hanuman Baba. When Lord Rama left this mortal plane, when his avatar came to an end, Hanumanji wanted to go, of course, being Ramaduta. He wanted to follow his Lord to anywhere. He wanted to breathe the air that the Lord was breathing. Prabhu Sri Ram told Hanumanji, no Hanumanji, you stay on this planet and protect all of my devotees. And I can rest assured, devotees, wherever the name of Rama is being sung, Pavanaputra Hanumanji is most present, like he is tonight. I would like to ask all of you tonight to clap your hands, sing to the top of your voices. If you know of anyone who is in a hospital suffering from any sorts of sickness or illnesses, offer this offering, make this offering of Shri Hanuman Chalisa to them. We go before the feet of Prabhu tonight. Prem Sabalo Pavanaputra Hanuman Ki Jai. Feel the energy now. Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raju Nij Mana Mukuru Sudhar Barno Raghubar Bimal Jasu Jodayaku Phalchari Buddhihina Tanu Janike Sumiro Pavana Kumar Bal Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi Harahu Kales Vikar. Clap your hands and sing loudly. Come on. Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki. Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Bolo. Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki. Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki. Jai Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar Jai Kapri Siddhi Lok Ujagar Ram Dut Yatulat Baladhama Anjani Putra Pavan Sutanama Veer Vikram Bajrangi Kumata Nivar Sumati Ke Sangi Kanchana Varana Viraj Suvesa Kanana Kundal Kunchit Kesa Paata Vajrayor Dvaja Viraj Paate Kunjina Eyor Sade Nankar Suvana Kesari Nandan Teja Pratap Mahajagavandan Vidyavan Guniyati Chatu Ram Kaj Kari Vaiko Atu Prabhu Charit Suni Vaiko Rasya Ram Lakhan Sita Vanavasya Ushma Rup Dhari Siya Hidhama Ekata Rup Dhari Lankat Rama Bhima Rup Dhari Asura Sahari Ramachandra Ke Kaaj Sawari Aaye Sanjeevan Lakhan Jiyaye Veera Kubira Harsh Yur Laye Raghupati Kini Bahut Parai Tum Mama Priya Bharatai Samai Saas Badan Tumaro Sagame As Kai Shripati Kanta Lagave Sankarik Brahmani Munisa Narad Sarad Sanka Isa Samakubir Digmal Jahate Ravi Kovid Kai Sakai Kate Pukar Sugriva Kiha Ram Milai Rajpad Kiha Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki Bolo Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki Maro Mantra Vibhishan Mana Lankeshwar Bhai Sab Jag Jana Yug Shahastru Yojan Paradhan Leelyutahi Madhur Parjana Motrika Meli Mukmai Jal Nilangi Jai Asura Janai Durgam Kaaj Jagat Ke Jete Subhmaya Nugrah Tumare Jete Ram Duare Tumar Gavare Bhojana Yagya Vintai Sari Sab Shukla Hai Tumhare Sarna Tum Rakshak Kaho Karna Apan Tej Samaro Ape Dino Lok Haakte Kaape Bhutati Saat Nikat Nahi Aave Mahavir Jab Naam Sunaave Aashay Rog Haray Sab Pira Japat Nirantar Hanumat Veera Sankat Se Hanuman Churar Man Krama Vachan Jaan Jolar Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki Sab par Ram Tapasvi Raja Inke Kaaj Sakal Shubh Saja Aur Manorat Jo Koi Laye Soi Amit Jeevan Phal Paave Chaaro Jug Partaap Tumhara Hai Parsiddh Jagat Ujyara Sadhu Sant Ke Tum Rakaware Asura Nikandan Ram Dulare Asht Siddhi Navnid Ke Data Svar Deen Janaki Mata Ram Rasayan Tumare Paasa Sada Raho Raghupati Ke Rasa Tumare Bhaj Mein Ram Ko Paave Janm Janm Ke Dukh Bisrave Kaal Raghubar Pur Jai Jahan Jan Hari Bhakt Kahai Aur Devata Chit N Dhari Hanumat Se Sarv Sukh Kari Sankat Kate Midai Sab Pira Jo Sumire Hanumat Bal Veera Jai 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 Hanuman Gosai Kripa Karahu Gurudev Kinai Jo Sat Bar Baat Kar Koi Jo Teri Mandi Mahasukh Hoi Jo Yah Pare Hanuman Chalisa Hoi Siddhi Saathi गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि तेरा श्री जयनाथ हृदय महादेरा राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की बोलो राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की बोलो राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की बोलो राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की पवन तनय संकट हरणम मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुरभूप पवन सुत हनुमान की जय प्रेम से बोलो पवन पुत्र हनुमान की Let's try that one more time. Let me hear the energy in you. Prem se bolo Pavan Putra Hanuman ki. That's more like it. Jai Mahavir Swami. Most present, most eloquent, most loving Lord of this age. Once again, my humble pranams to all of the executive Panditji, all the Panditjis. So humble to be back in your company this evening. Blessed are we to be in Satsanga. Goswami Tulsidas, he tells us in Ramayana, you know, Satya Samadama Hari Katha Tulsi Durlabh Doi Sutdara or Lakshmi Pampi Ke Bhi Hoi. We are not here by chance, not by the invitation of Bhaiya. Yes, that is one way. But we are here because of our past karmas, good deeds, maybe from previous generations as well. Tonight, we continue to emanate this flow of love. And this is what Ramayana is all about. Ramayan, the lake of the deeds of Rama. One of the greatest love stories that has ever been given to mankind. By whom? Kavi Samrat, Sahitya Chakravarti, Goswami Tulsidas ji. Not just Tulsidas, you know. Kavi Samrat, the poet of all poets. Because when he sat and he meditated devotees, he wrote beautiful poetry, as we will attempt to scratch the surfaces tonight. Brothers and sisters, in this day and age, we have gone through so much trials and tribulations. We had almost 2.5 years of lockdown. Many devotees, and I'm sure they have called the other Pandit Damodar as well, asking Baba, what can we do during this time and what should we do? Should we stop doing our pujas and these things to a lockdown? Brothers and sisters, my advice is simply, call upon Bhagwan. Call upon the deities, Bhagwan Shiva, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, Pavan Putra Hanumanji, and of course the Divine Mother, the Goddess, the Princess, the Queen of this universe, Bhavani Shankar Mata. This evening we glorify Hanumanji for many reasons. We are celebrating the 60th birthday of our dear Bhaiya, who I happen to know for many, many years. And to all of you who have made this yagya possible, let us spend a few minutes to glorify Mahavir Swami. You know, it is very easy to please Hanumanji, the bhajan tells us. Sindur is all he needs with love, prema. We sing his praises with love from our hearts, like we all just did the Sri Hanuman Chalisa. I'm sure you felt the love. The tears, the eyes are ready to let the tears go, tears of love. The son of Anjani Ma, we offer praises to him. We are all going to be blessed indeed. The bhajan says there's no other form of God like Hanumanji. He is the most worshipped, one of the most worshipped deities in this entire world. And the minute we place him into our hearts, we feel the love and the blessings of Bhagwan Shri Rama. The bhajan tells us, sing along with me. Hanuman ko khush karna आसान होता है, हनुमान को खुश करना आसान होता है, हनुमान को खुश करना आसान होता है, हनुमान को खुश करना आसान होता है। सिंदूर चढ़ाने से हर काम होता है, सिंदूर चढ़ाने से हर काम होता है, हनुमान को खुश करना आसान होता है, हनुमान को खुश करना आसान होता है। कर ले भजन दिल से हनुमान प्यारे था, जिसको भरोसा है अंजन के दुधारे का, वहाँ आनंद है या इनका गुणगान होता है, वहाँ आनंद है या इनका गुणगान होता है। से हर काम होता है, हनुमान को खुश करना आसान होता है, हनुमान को खुश करना आसान होता है। हनुमान की जैसा कोई देव ना दूजा, सबसे बड़ी जग में हनुमान की पूजा। वो घर मंदिर जहाँ इनका सामान होता है, वो घर मंदिर जहाँ इनका सामान होता है। सिंदूर चढ़ाने से हर काम होता है, सिंदूर चढ़ाने से हर काम होता है। सबो हनुमान को खुश करना आसान होता है, हनुमान को खुश करना आसान होता है। श्री राम के आगे पूर जोर नहीं इनका, श्री राम के आगे पूर जोर है इनका। बनवारी दुनिया में अब शोर नहीं इनका, बनवारी दुनिया में अब शोर है इनका। जो मुख मोदे हनुमत से परेशान होता है, जो मुख मोदे हनुमत से परेशान होता है। सिंदूर चढ़ाने से हर काम होता है, सिंदूर चढ़ाने से हर काम होता है। हनुमान को खुश करना आसान होता है, हनुमान को खुश करना आसान होता है, हनुमान को खुश करना आसान होता है। प्रेम से बोलो पवन पुत्र हनुमान की। My dear brothers and sisters, it is that time to return to the holy pages of Sri Ramacharita. We are about to take a divine spiritual plunge into the lake of the deeds of Prabhu Shri Ram. You know, one great writer, one great guru once taught me, he says, whenever you're looking for the answer to any question in this world, any subject you're looking for, whether it's politics, whether it's business, whether it's family, WWWSRD. No, that's not a website. Don't go looking for it. What does it mean? W, if you're asking a question, what? W, in the world. W, would. SRD, Sri Ram do. What in the world would Sri Ram do? The answer is in Ramacharita. My dear brothers and sisters, Goswami Tulsidas Ji, we sing tonight beautifully Ramayan Sumiran, a beautiful prayer. Jo Sumirant Siddhi Ho, Gananayak Kari Vadantu. Bhagwan Shri Ganesha, Mother Saraswati, and of course the sage Valmiki. Please join with me. Jo Sumirat Siddhi Ho, Gananayak Karivara Badhana. जो सुमिरत सिद्ध होए, गणनायक करिवार बहना। कारहु अनुग्रह सूय, बुद्धिराश शुभ गुण सघना। मूक होई बाचा, पंगु चढ़े गिरिवर गहना। जासु कृपा सुदया, द्रवहु सकल कलिमान गहना। नील सरो रोषा, तरुणयरुणा पारिजनयना। कारहु सुममौर धाम, सदा क्षीर सागर शयना। कुंदैन्दु समरे उमारमण करुणायना। जाधिदीन कृपा मरदनमयना वंदो गुरु पदका कृपा सिंधु नररूप हरि महामोह तमपू जासु भजन रवि करा जो सुमिरत सिद्ध हो गणनायक करिवर बधना। प्रेम से बोलो भगवान रामचंद्र की जय। रामायण वंदना। ध्येयं सदा परिभवाग्नमभीष्टदोहं तीर्थास्पदं शिवविरञ्जनुतं स्मरण्यं वृत्यातिहं प्रणतपाल भवामि भूतं वन्दे महापुरुषुते चरणारविन्दम्। नीलाम्बुजं श्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपितुभाग्यं पाणो महासायक चारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्। Devotees, tonight's katha taken from Sri Ramacharita Goswami Tulsidas Ji writes in our very first doha this evening we sing. Tonight, devotees, I'll be quoting from, of course, the Sri Ramacharita the Bhagavad Gita, the teachings of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba and many other poets. This particular katha is a 3-part series katha. Because of its philosophical magnitude, there's so much information, there's a wealth of information. And a deep love to the feet of Madhyara Purushottam Sri Ramachandra Ji. It will require us to divide it in 2 sections. So we'll see how far we get tonight, and then maybe tomorrow morning as we continue, we'll take it over from there. I'm going to transport you tonight to a place called Chitrakoot in India. The sage Valmiki, the residence of the sage Valmiki. Bhagwan Shri Ram, Lakshmanji, Sita Ma, they left for Chitrakoot on foot. You know, there's famous poetry. Goswami Tulsidas tells us in Ayodhya Kand. He says, When Lord Rama went to the sage Valmiki firstly, and he asked him, "O sage, my father has given me this forest, this Dandak forest, to rule for the next 14 years. Can you tell me where should I go? Where should I reside?" And the sage Valmiki looked at the Lord. He says, "Prabhu, you know everything as though it is a plum in the palm of your hand, and you're asking me where to go?" And then the sage Valmiki began to speak to the Lord. He says, "Kam krodha madhman moha lobhan shobhan ragna droha जिनके कपट दंभ नहीं माया तिनके हृदय बसहु रघुराया श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम The sage Valmiki said to Sri Rama, "Go into the hearts of those whose hearts are free from anger, who are always smiling." So if you want Lord Rama to reside in your heart, smile, don't frown. Who have no lust, who have no hatred, who loves all and serves all equally, sees none greater than the other, everyone is equal. These are the hearts to go and reside, devotees. Then, I ask all of you tonight, is it Lord Rama, is it in your hearts tonight? Yes? Devotees? The sage continued, he said, "Select those whose ears are like the ocean, ready to receive gladly the streams of knowledge and stories and bhajans and kathas and pravachans, glorifying your name, whose tongues are busy repeating the name Ram, 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 not chastising or condemning or character assassinating others." He says, those throats who recite and reveal the recitation of your words. Incidentally, devotees, once Mother Parvati and Bhagwan Shiva were having a conversation on Mount Kailash, and Mataji asked, she said, "Shambho, when you meditate and you go like this, what are you saying? Are you saying Om? What do you think he was chanting?" Ram. When Lord Shiva meditates, Shiva Puran tells us, he meditates and he chants the name Ram. So powerful is this name Rama. Ram. Devotees, soft, refreshing and pleasant. Tonight we go to Chitrakoot, as I mentioned. Lions and elephants roamed in this forest with no trace of rivalry. They were not attacking each other. This is Ramraj. Where would you find that in this world today? Look at what is going on in Eastern Europe right now, amongst humans. Confer your blessings to that sacred spot, that divine spot that is near to us. Lord Rama agreed, devotees, and he took permission from the sage now to journey to this spot called Chitrakoot. Lord Shiva says to Mother Parvati in Mount Kailash at this time, simultaneously while Lord Rama was traveling to Chitrakoot, his father Dashrath had passed away. And one day the sage Vashishtha, surrounded by all the sages and ministers in the court of Ayodhya, which was comparable to the courts of the divine gods, and Vashishtha Muni, he summoned Bharat, Shatrughan, and he made them take their seats, and he said to Bharat, he says, "O son, according to the words of your father, we shall appoint you to the throne today." And the Queen Kaikeyi had requested from the king kinghood for you, Bharat. Dashrath was a staunch follower of the truth. Prana jaye par vachan na jaye. If it meant his life, he stood for the truth. And devotees, upon hearing this, Bharat submitted. He says, "Oh Prabhu," he called out to the Guruji, "Oh Lord, what have I done? What have I got to do with this kingdom?" He's saying. He says, "Shri Ram is the King of Kings. We are but his humble subordinates. Tomorrow morning, we shall proceed to the forest. And we are going to bring him back." He says, "I am going to bring him back. Bharat, I of all of you, sages, ministers, mothers, except the demon," he said, "the demoness like Kaikeyi shall go to the forest." Our Dhyatma Ramayana teaches us this, one of the versions of Ramayana. He says, "Therefore, whether you accompany me to the forest or not, at the crack of dawn tomorrow, we shall leave for the forest with Shatrughna on foot." Now devotees, Goswami Tulsidas writes tonight, he says, Bharat wore the same clothing as Sri Ram did, just a skin around his waist, which is Janev and so forth, and he walked barefoot. Why? He says, "My brother, my Lord is in the forest walking bare feet. Why should I ride a chariot? Why should I ride a carriage? I want to experience the same pain and suffering that he is going through. I'm going to meet my Lord." Devotees, what is the philosophy behind this? Bharat is going to meet God, Bhagwan, his Prabhu, and he's going barefoot. He's going with a loincloth. He's going very simple and humble. He's teaching us tonight, lesson number 1. When we go before God, if you want to see God, you've got to shed everything. Shed all the materialistic things in this world. Anything that you cannot take with you, which is just your karmic actions, shed it. Leave it right here. Then and only then we go to God. We go to God with an empty heart. Devotees, when we go to Bhagwan, before you approach him, an imaginary lotus, you place that into your heart. And then you say, "Prabhu, Prabhuji, 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 sukh ka sagar hai, sukh karta, dukh harta, pavan parmatma hai, Prabhuji, 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 sukh ka sagar." The ocean of bliss, the ocean of peace, the ocean of happiness. Do not worry about the type of clothing you wear, as long as the heart is clean, devotees. Do not worry about the number of fans we have on social media, or how many people in the audience. Once our hearts are clean and pure, you call him Ram, Ram, Ram. He responds like this. Just ask Pavanaputra Hanumanji. Devotees, now, looking back at his childhood, Lord Rama speaks to Mother Sita and Lakshmanji in Chitrakoot. One day in their childhood, all 4 brothers, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughna, they were playing a particular game. And in the middle of the game, Bharat came running to Mother Kaushalya and started weeping. So Kaushalya Ma inquired, "Bharat, what happened? Did you lose the game?" On the contrary, Bharat replied, "No, Mother. Every time Rama wins, every time he wins the game, but this time he deliberately lost so that I could win. Ma, I cannot accept this." So you see how brothers operate? In this day and age today, brothers are finding themselves in the courts, fighting for things that they cannot take with them to the next stage in life. It's going to stay right here. Jai Shri Ram. Brothers and sisters, every single moment. What did Bharat do for the 14 years? Every single moment he contemplated on the name of Ram. Contemplated on the name of Ram. Devotees, Bharat began to pine. When is my Rama? When am I going to see my Rama? As the chariots left now for Chitrakoot, Bharat begins to sing. Let us see what he says. He says, "How will I pass this time in this lifetime without you, oh my Lord, without you? Kaise kategi zindagi tere bagair, tere bagair." Kaise kategi zindagi tere bagair, पाऊंगा हर शय में कमी तेरे बगैर कैसे कटेगी जिंदगी तेरे बगैर बगैर फूल खिलते यूं लगी, भूल नहीं ये दाग है, तारे फलक पे यूं लगी जैसे बुझी चिराग है। आग लगाए चांदनी तेरे बगैर कैसे कटेगी जिंदगी, तेरे बगैर पाऊंगा हर शे में कभी, तेरे बगैर कैसे कटेगी जिंदगी, तेरे बगैर। प्रेम से बोलो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम भगवान रामचंद्र की जय। This constant contemplation on the name of God is called Swarupyam. Swarupyam means the absolute truth of the Lord's word. And when Bharat contemplated on the name of Rama, he used to perform all his tasks dedicated to the feet of Maryada Purushottam. This inspired all of his actions to be sacred and pure. The devotees, as our opening doha told us, Chalata payade kahata hala, pita deen hattaji raju, jata manavan raghuvari bharata, sirasako aju. Very, very early the next morning, they all awoke. Bharat, Shatrughan, the head ministers, Sumantra, all the soldiers now, they mounted their elephants, the cavalry, the horses, all accompanied this procession. Mother Kaushalya and all the other queens in Kurinkai, Sage Vashishta, they also mounted chariots and began now this journey to Chitrakoot. And the scene looked like billions of ants if you looked up from the air. If somebody had put a drone, you know what a drone is? A drone camera up in the air, a couple thousand feet, and they look down, it would appear to be a field of ants moving in this direction to the forest of Chitrakoot. Devotees, in this congregation tonight, who is prepared? Or should I ask, let me rephrase that. Aren't we all prepared to receive the grace of Bhagwan Shri Ram in our hearts? Say after me tonight, Jai Shri Ram. Let us glorify him with his beautiful calling out. O Ram, O Lotus Ram, your name, the remover of all difficulties. Your beauty is enhanced in every particle of my body, O Lord. And the word Yagya, the rain of your hands, it's in your hands. Control us. How can I sing your greatness? I've never heard the words of the power of this bhajan. You are the bestower of all, O Lord. Grant us peace. Aha kasht haran, aha dukh haran, aha kasht haran, tera naam, mera naam, Rama ho kamal nain. Haribol! Rama ho. कष्ट हरण तेरा नाम मेरा नाम रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम श्यामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम आह कष्ट हरण Rama शक्ति हमारी, नहीं वाणियों में शक्ति हमारी, सब प्राणियों का है तू ही है दाता, सब प्राणियों का है तू ही है दाता, सब ही है धामी गुलाम रे। आहा कष्ट हरण, आहा दुख हरण, आहा कष्ट हरण, तेरा नाम मेरा नाम रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम, रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम। आहा कष्ट हरण, मन में हमारे भक्ति जगा दो, मन में हमारे भक्ति जगा दो, अपने चरण का दीवाना बना दो, अपने चरण का दीवाना बना दो, तेरा मधुर नाम प्यारे रमैया, तेरा मधुर नाम प्यारे रमैया, जपते रहे यादो याम रे। आहा कष्ट हरण, आहा कष्ट हरण, आहा कष्ट हरण, तेरा नाम मेरा नाम रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम, रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम। आहा कष्ट हरण। मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम भगवान रामचंद्र की जय। Goswami Tulsidas Shri Vaishnavas of Katha continues. We sing this intro by devotees. Let us all blend our voices tonight. Let's sing Ramayana. Come on, sing with me. Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya, lovely Rama. Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Nija गुण सहित राम गुण गाता, सुनत जाहि सुमिरत रघुनाथा। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। तीरथ मुनिया सम सुर धामा, निरखिनी जमहि कारहि प्रणामा। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। तीरथ मुनिया सम सुर धामा, तीरथ मुनिया सम सुर धामा। Ramachandra ki jai. Goswami Tulsidas ji writes very beautifully in Chaupai. Nija guna sahita Ram gun gatha Sunat jahi sumi Ratha Raghunatha. Devotees, allowing the empty chariots to move forward, everyone was asking Bharat, Bharat, come now, take a little rest. Come and sit on the chariot. Look at your feet are starting to bleed by walking on the earth. He says, no. Bharat then took a vow of silence. You know what silence is? Mauna. He took a vow of silence. I would not utter another word until I reach, or I see my Prabhu. Devotees, Goswami Tulsidas ji puts it very beautifully. Bharat was in no mood to get onto this chariot. Kaushila could not even tolerate it. She began to cry. She said, son, beta, please, Ayena, come. I can't look at the sight. I can't see the sight of you suffering. Sit in the chariot, at least for a few minutes. Take a little rest. Bharat replied, he says, mother, this is only going to make amends for the sins that I am burdened with. Now what sins is he burdened with? The sin of not having his brother Rama in front of him. Devotees, Goswami Tulsidas writes again, he says, witnessing Bharat's determination, they prayed to him to at least sit in the chariot, to act as a charioteer, to drive the chariot now. They're trying to bribe him, in colloquial words. But Bharat was adamant. He says, I am Rama's servant and I am only bound to the chariot of Rama. He will only drive the chariot of his Prabhu. He says, until I have a precious chance to act as his charioteer, I would not ride in any of your chariots. I would not even hold the reins of a chariot. This is my vow. Steadfastness. This is what Bharat is teaching us tonight. When you make a vow, when you make a promise, when you become steadfast and you say, Bhagwan, I would like to accomplish this, I would like to accomplish that. And you do not get yourself distracted. You don't let anything distract you or take you away from the path of righteousness. In any aspect of spirituality, whether you're becoming a pandit, whether you're becoming a musician, a singer, a pujari, if you're going to read the scriptures, give pravachans, any sort of leadership role that one takes in this age of Kali, they will always be laden with obstacles. And how do we get rid of these obstacles? I'm just giving you the answer tonight. Ram, Hey Ram, Jai Shri Ram. Brothers and sisters, recently I've been doing some research on human behavior. And it's a very common thing in this day and age that when humans gather as a group, when there's nothing else to speak about, they begin to pass judgment on others, especially those who are not present in the conversation. Let me explain. We have judges in this material world. We have, I think you have the same process here. You have county judges, well not county, you have provincial judges, city judges perhaps, then you have the highest forms, the magistrate, the Supreme Court, etc. These guys judge criminal activity and business and so forth. But the greatest judge and the only person who is qualified to judge any other human being is Bhagwan. When we judge others, especially when they are not present, good or bad, we are taking on negative karma. Don't do that, devotees. Stop it today. Instead of judging the others, say Jai Shri Ram, walk away. And especially if the conversation has to do with your guru. If your guru or your parents are the subject of conversation and it is negative, Jai Shri Ram, walk away. Do not partake of that. That is not good. Brothers and sisters, this is what Bharat is teaching us tonight. Steadfastness. Tonight, I want you to ask yourselves a question. Many of us have siblings. I have a sister, one sister. Many of you have siblings. Yes? In your own heart, have you been good to your siblings? Don't answer me. Listen. In your own heart, do you love your siblings? Do your siblings love you? And how do we change this? If the answer is no, how do we change this? Bharat is exemplifying tonight. He would not eat, he would not sleep, he would walk barefoot, he would wear a loincloth, he would not speak to anyone unless he gets the blessings, the darshan of his dear brother, Prabhu Shri Ram. Why didn't Bharat say to the folks in the kingdom, oh, Lord Rama is gone for 14 years, sign over the kingdom to me, don't give him nothing. colloquially in Trinidad slang. No, absolutely not. Until he sees his brother, he would not utter another word. Goswami Tulsidas Ji continues to write. He says, as they stopped in every single temple now, so they're traveling from Ayodhya to Chitrakoot. They stopped at every single temple. Devotees who had gotten the darshan of Lord Rama were coming back, walking back on the track. And every one of them stopped to talk now. Have you seen Lord Rama? Have you seen Lakshman? Have you seen Sita? How are they? And devotees, these devotees that went to visit Bhagwan Shri Rama, took his darshan, when they were walking back, they were alive. They were lit up. There were no frowns, there were only smiles. And they were radiating in positivity. And this is what we read. These are the benefits of reading and singing Ramayana. To my dear brother Shastri Ji, your initiative to host this yagya, to listen to Ramayana, to your exact words to me, I want old school Ramayana. And this is exactly what we are going to do. This is where we grew up in Trinidad. Devotees, Ramcharitamanas. At the banks of the Ganga now, where this army, Bharat's army was coming up now, they pitched a tent. And here, they met Guha, as Goswami Tulsidas Ji, the boatman, tells us as to what is to happen in this chaupai. Let us see what he says.
Shri Ram Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama, Shri Ram Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama.
Sing with me, friends of all.
Shri Ram Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama, Shri Ram Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama. Lakha basane hu subhayam subhaye, beru priti nahi durai durai. Shri Ram Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama, Shri Ram Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama. Asa kahi bhinta sa moban lage, asa kahi bhinta sam jovan lage, kandamula phara bhagamrig mage Rama, bhagamrig mage Rama, bhagamrig mage. Clap your hands and sing the Guji. Praise the Lord. Shri Ram Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama, Shri Ram Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama. Hari Bol. Shri Ram Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama, Shri Ram Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama. Prem se bolo Maryada Purushottam Bhagwan Ramachandra ki jai. Goswami Tulsidas Ji writes very beautifully, Lakha basanehu subhayam sunai, bairu priti nahi durain durai, asa kahi bhinta samjovan lage, kandamul phalak hage, khaga mrigamage. Resuming their journey now on the dawn of the next day, the third day, the king of the Nishads, Guha, the boatman who helped Lord Rama to cross the Ganges, he was very perturbed, he was disturbed. And he wondered why Bharat was traveling with an army. If you're going to meet your brother so lovingly, why are you taking an army? He thought that Bharat was up to some mischief, What was the significance of this all? Devotees, he tried his best to delay Bharat, thinking that Bharat was up to no good. But he directed his boatmen to hide the boats, so that the boats wouldn't be visible for them to cross the river. And eventually, the king of the Nishads now, he stood ready. And then he saw the sage Vashishta Muni. And then he realized that indeed Bharat was on a mission to find his brother, and he was on a mission of truth. Devotees, when these words fell on the ears of Bharat, when Guha mentioned that I am one of Rama's friends, Bharat's ears stood at attention. And then Guha now showed Bharat and the entourage the beds made out of kush grass, where Lord Rama, Lakshman and Mother Sita rested for the night. Goswami Tulsidas tells us now in beautiful Chaupai. Let us see what happens next.
Shri Ram Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Rama Jahan Siya Ram Lakhano Nisi Soy Kathaa bhare jal lochan koi Shri Ram Jaya Rama Bharat bhajan suni bhayo visadu turat tahalai gaya nishadu Gaya nishadu Rama Gaya nishadu Durata tahalai Gaya nishadu Shri Ram Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Rama Jaya Goswami Tulsidas Ji puts pen to paper. He says, Jahan siya Ramo lakhanus nisisoi kahata bhare jala lochan koi Bharata bachana suni bhayo visadu turat tahalai gayo nisadu. Guha, this boatman, he was all praise and devotion to Lord Rama, and he showed Bharat the thatched hut, the karan shed, so to speak, where the Lord had spent the night. On hearing this, devotees, Bharat fell to his feet. Dandavata Kare, we'll speak about that a little later on. Fell to his feet, flat on his head, and he began to cry profusely. Why? To know that he was touching the same bed that his brother, his two brothers, and his sister-in-law slept on not too long ago. Grief installed in his heart, devotees. He was pining and he was yearning for Lord Rama. Guha was struck by his devotion and sincerity, and his mind now began to recollect all the precious moments that he and his family had glorifying Shri Rama. Guha now outpours his love and devotion to the feet of Lord Rama in this beautiful bhajan. As he praises Lord Rama, he says, for success in every path, an assured meeting, reaching every destination, your help is not alone. In the midst of the current state and safety of this earth, Bhagwan, your love is enough. There's much uneasiness where I'm at today, Bharat says, but remember that you are always with me, the bhajan says. हर एक डगर हर मंजिल पर एक तेरा सहारा काफी है. हर एक डगर हर मंजिल पर एक तेरा सहारा काफी है. मझधार में हो या साहिल पर हे राम पुकारा काफी है. हर एक डगर हर मंजिल पर
एक तेरा सहारा काफी है। हर एक डगर हर मंजिल पर
devotees, Guha begins to pour his heart out. As the tears flow from his eyes as he speaks to Bharata, he says, your Lord, your brother was here indeed. He says, जब घोर निराशा छाई हो, इट कुआ हो, उठ खाई हो, डर जाओ भव भय का सागर, डर जाओ भव भय का सागर, एक नाम तुम्हारा हावी है। हर एक डगर हर मंजिल पर एक तेरा सहारा हावी है। हर एक डगर हर मंजिल पर पापी पतित पुरातन हूँ, पर तेरा अंश सनातन हूँ। चल लूंगा मैं अपनी पाँव डगर, चल लूंगा मैं अपनी पाँव डगर, निर्दोष इशारा हावी हो। हर एक डगर हर मंजिल पर एक तेरा सहारा हावी हो। हर एक डगर हर मंजिल पर। Devotees, Bharat now began to wipe the tears from his eyes, finding Ram, 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 Ram. When will I see you, Ram? When our Goswami Tulsidas Shri writes in this Doha, what does he say? रघुवर किया विश्राम, ओ रघुवर किया विश्राम। आदि सने हसा दर भरत रामा, आदि सने राम हरे सियापति रामचंद्र की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। शरणम प्रेम से बोलो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम भगवान रामचंद्र की जय। Brothers and sisters, now the entourage is about to arrive at this holy spot, Chitrakoot. And when animals or even crowds of people, thousands of people are walking on dirt or earth. What happens? A dust cloud appears, and so something is coming. And at this point, Lakshman, being the astute guard to his brother Rama. You know, several versions of Ramayana tells us Lakshmanji did not sleep a wink for the 14 years of exile. Because of his love for his brother, he wanted to make sure that he was always protected. Devotees, to use a colloquial term, he was Rama's eyeball. They were so close. Rama, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughan. You know, those of you who have many siblings in a family, there are always two siblings who are very close, and so you can relate to this now. So too were these two. They were inseparable. And when Bharat saw the cloud of dust, Lakshman saw the cloud of dust, he climbed up a tree and he looked in the distance, and what could he see? He saw the emblem flag of the banyan tree. And what army represents it? What is represented by that emblem of the banyan tree? Bharat's army, the army of Ayodhya. Devotees, Lakshman now, he got angry. He was a very hot-tempered fellow, very short fuse, as we want to call him. And he came down to the tree. He says, Bhaiya, you see what I told you? Bharat is coming with an army. Why is he coming to see you with an army? He's coming to kill you so he can take the throne. So Lakshman is now pondering, you see. But Lakshman was not thinking clearly. Lakshman, case in point, he passed judgment on his brother, not understanding the facts. And this is what happens to us. Yet we get into these conversations and we pass judgment on people that are not present without knowing the facts. Let us learn the facts first before we take on extra pap and punya, extra negative karma. Devotees, before this scene now, Goswami Tulsidas tells us in this next chaupai, let us see what he says. Bhagwan Ramachandra ki jai. Ati Sundaram. Rohini ji, Ramayana, Ati Sundaram. Beautiful, sweet. We can sit and we can chant the name of Rama all night, devotees. Lakshman, the night before now, the army arrived. Lakshman had a dream. What was his dream? His dream that was Bharat and his army were coming to kill Lord Rama. So what was happening was taking place. So his dream now, he's materializing his dream. Mother Sita also had a dream. And what was her dream? She says, woke up in the morning like she had a nightmare. She says, Prabhu, in my dream I saw the 3 queens coming and they were crying profusely. Your brother Bharat was walking barefoot, his foot was bloody from walking on the rough earth. And they were coming with all of the ministers, all of the armies. Lakshman, your wife Urmila was coming along with them. All of them were in tears. What kind of a dream is this? Now let me ask you all a question. Those of you from the West Indies especially, Trinidad, Guyana, Suriname. How many of you believe in dreams, that they do come true? Yes? How many of you don't dream at all? Maybe a good thing, I don't know. Devotees, there's a beautiful Bollywood song. We're not going to sing Bollywood songs tonight, but just one line. Mera sundar sapna beet gaya. That's enough. Mother Sita's dream was about to take place. Lord Rama even woke up in the night. You know what he told Mother Sita? Sita, I dreamt that father had passed. King Dashrath had already passed. Goswami Tulsidas, devotees, he writes some beautiful poetry. He says, as they came closer, he says, Uham Ramo Rajani Avesa Jage Siya Sapna Si Dekha Sahitya Samaj Bharat Jane Janu Aaye Nath Abhiyogi Tap Tanatai. And then, while this is all taking place, Lord Rama now became a little bit excited. Now, dreams are normally signs of good or bad things, right? They are omens. And Mother Sita now speaks to Lakshman about his dream. Goswami Tulsidas writes in this, our final chaupai this evening. Let us see what he says.
Shri Ram Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama 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 लखन सपन यह नीक न होई लखन सपन यह नीक न होई कठिन पुचाहा सुनहि कोई बोलो राम हे Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. As kahi bandhu samet nahani. As kahi bandhu samet nahani. Uji purari sa arusan mani. Bolo Ram, He Ram, Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Prem se bolo Maryada Purushottam Bhagwan Ramachandra ki Jai. Devotees, at this point now, Lord Rama advised Lakshman after he heard about the dream, before the army has arrived there. He says, go and take a bath in this holy river and perform worship to Bhagwan Shiva. Why Lord Shiva? Why Lord Shiva at this astute moment in Ramayana? You all remember Mangalashtakam. Manobodhya hankar. Sing with me. Chittaninam
न च स्त्रोह जिहवे न च ग्राहनेत्री न च भूम भूमिर् न तेजो न वायुः. Sing. Shivoham Shivoham again. Chidananda Rupah Shivoham Shivoham. I am formless. I am fearless. I am Shiva. I am Shiva. I am Shiva. This is why we worship Lord Shiva. This is why Bhagwan Shiva is present in Ramayana in several spots. This is why when the sage Valmiki wrote his first edition of Ramayana, Bhagwan Shri Ganesha corrected it because it was filled with mistakes. And then Bhagwan Shiva came at night, took the mark of the Trishul and stamped it. Jai Bholenath! The approved scriptures by Bhagwan Shiva. Devotees, at this point now, upon seeing this cloud of dust, and Lakshmana now becoming very excited, Lord Rama placed his hand on his back. He says, Bhaiya, Shantina, calm down, it's okay. I know my brother. He wants to see me. He does not want to hurt me. Relax, he says, And Lakshmana now began to pace up and down like someone who is restless. He says, I'm not going to let him come near to you. He began to pace like this. Devotees, when Bharat now, he got a glimpse of Bhagavan Shri Ram from a distance. You know when a little baby sees a toy for the first time at Christmas, how that baby reacts? And wants to just go, or even when a calf, a young cow, a heifer, is removed from the mother, and the minute that mother and that calf spots each other, what happens to that heifer? Some of you grew up in Trinidad or Guyana, you brought up animals. What is that reaction like? This is the reaction that Bharat now is exploring. His feet were bleeding from walking. He was tired, he had not eaten, he had not spoken to anyone except Guha. Devotees, what did he do? He ran and crawled. When he couldn't run anymore, he fell to the ground and he began to crawl to his brother. And the Chaupai tells us, Dandavata kare. What is danda? Danda means a stick. And what is dandavat? Dandavat, when you bow like this, flat on the ground. Face. His face fell flat now onto the lotus feet of Maryada Purushottam Sri Ram. And he began to wash the feet of Lord Rama, his brother, with his tears as it was flowing. There's a beautiful bhajan we sing. Rimanva Ram bhajan jagsar Rimanva Ram bhajan jagsar Rimanva निवासा 4 दिवस जग बीच निवासा फिरता सकल प्रसार राम भजन जग सार रे मनवा राम भजन जग सार रे मनवा Bhagwan Shri Ram tonight, subliminally, virtually, as we seek His blessings, we bow over and over. Prem se bolo Maryada Purushottam Bhagwan Ramachandra ki. Kanchan jaise sundar khaya, phalon meinovat jaay. Kanchan jaise sundar khaya, phalon होवत चार ब्रह्मानंद करो हरि सुमिरन, ब्रह्मानंद करो हरि सुमिरन, उधरो भव जल पार, राम भजन जग सारे मनवा, राम भजन जग सारे मनवा। प्रेम से बोलो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम भगवान रामचंद्र की जय। Devotees, in conclusion tonight, when Bharat saw when Lakshman saw what was taking place, his brother crying profusely and holding onto the feet of the Lord. Let me ask you something. When you go before your murtis, how do you pray? Do you hold on to the feet of your murtis and speak to them like Bhagwan is right in front of you? Or you just light a diya, Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva, gone? Devotees, when was the last time you had a heart-to-heart conversation with God, with Bhagwan, with any form of God? When you go before your God, speak. I say this to all my devotees, yes, we chant beautiful mantras. The Pandits are very versed in beautiful Sanskrit mantras. But you see, the mantra of love, any offering to Bhagwan, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, Bhagwan Shri Krishna tells us in Gita, come to me, but encase it, encapsulate it with love. If you are going to go, when you are going to go to God, you are approaching God with your offering with love. Why can't we approach other human beings with the same love that we are offering to God? Aren't we God? Isn't God inside of us? Siya Ram mai sab jagatani karahu pranam jori jugapani. Then why is there hatred? Why are there wars? If you take something from this kathaa tonight, take one thing from me, actually I'll give you several things. You're going to get lots of prasad tonight. The first one, let us cease judging others, especially when they're not present. Do not take on that negative karma. The second thing is, be steadfast in whatever you wish to do. If you want to become the president, you're not president yet. If you want to become the Prime Minister of Canada, don't let anybody stray you from that path. Likewise, whatever your wishes are, be steadfast. Many of you are going to start college pretty soon. Be steadfast. Forget all of the obstacles that may come in your way. And this evening, brotherly love, the love for your siblings and the love for God. Tomorrow morning's katha, we'll go a little bit more into the depths of Ramcharitamanas. But in conclusion here, when Lakshman realized what was taking place, Lakshman fell to the feet of his brothers, and asked forgiveness. And what did Rama do? Did Rama just stand and look at his brother crying at his feet? No, devotees. The ocean of bliss, the ocean of peace, the ocean of love. He held on to his brother, lifted him off the ground, as weak as he was, and he held him to his bosom. This evening when I walked through the door, our Guruji here, Panaji gave me such a tight hug. It's a brotherly love. It's a good thing I had lunch today. I'll be in trouble. He's pretty strong, That is love. And that is pure love. That is love, not looking for anything in return. There's a little exercise that I do. Some of you may have experienced it before. I want you to look to the person to the left of you tonight. Look to the left of you first. Anybody? Well, I have no. Okay. You look to me. I want you to say to this person, I love you. Now look to the person to the right of you. Tell this person, I love you. Love you all. Devotees, what did that just cost you? I'll tell you one thing. If you suffer from high blood pressure, your pressure just dropped. I'm serious. Why? Listen, have you heard the term laughter is the best medicine for life? The best medicine, the remedy for life? Yes? When you think that things are going south, not to Florida where I'm from, when they're not going good, firstly, I go to Hanumanji, chant the Hanuman Chalisa. Energy automatically, like plugging a cell phone charger into the wall. The energy is there. He's most present with us tonight. And secondly, learn to love all, serve all selflessly. Don't look for anything in return. In Trinidad we have a saying, well, if you like me, I will like you back. It doesn't work like that, devotees. Because God is in every single one of us. Let us learn to love. Let us learn to live. Let us learn to be happy. We fight for things and we worry about things in this world, today, this mundane world, that has no value. Just ask Alexander the Great if he could speak to us today. The greatest conqueror in the world. He conquered all over the world. And when he left, he asked his wife, put my two hands like this. Sorry, Babaji. Put my two hands like this outside the box, so the world can see that Alexander the Great left with not even a grain of salt. As great as he was. But we leave with our good karmas. Let us live every day to build that positive karma. Devotees, as I close, let me just summarize quickly. I told you it's a two-part katha, so we can't finish tonight. In summary now, one very last point here. After Lord Rama greeted his brothers now, the mothers came and they all began to worship Mother Sita. Mother Sita now became very happy. She did their arati and so forth and seeked a blessing. They were her mothers-in-law. And Mother Kaikeyi, the one responsible for Rama's exile, she sat in a corner. She was embarrassed, she was ashamed, and she was crying. And what did Rama do? He left the other two mothers there, Kaushalya and Sumitra, and he walked over to Kaikeyi. And when Mother Kaikeyi saw Lord Rama, how did he address her? What do you think he said to her? Ma. Ma. One of the most powerful words in this entire world. Ma. She broke down in pieces, devotees, and she began to shed tears of joy and regret in the same token, because even though she exiled him for 14 years, he still called her man. He went and bowed to her feet. That is the greatness of the Lord that we speak about tonight. That is the greatness of Rama. Prem se bolo Madhyala Purushottam Bhagwan Ramachandra ki Jai. My dear brothers and sisters, I know we were off to a little bit of a late start this evening. I promise that we'll make it up tomorrow. I know there are a couple of birthdays that are being celebrated. I believe Didi Sabit, is she here? Yes, happy birthday. How many years? 60 years. You see, live with another 60 years. Give her a lovely round of applause, please. Any other birthdays in the audience?
Yes, Auntie is sitting there, Auntie.
And
Tata.
oh, yes, Auntie, happy birthday. Janamdin ko. As we bring this katha to a close this evening, I know that there are some other, we have some other plans, I believe, to celebrate the birthday. Yes. So, yes, downstairs. Yes, so I'm inviting you all to that. I'm going to stay with you and we're going to enjoy, we're going to celebrate this beautiful birthday. But let me leave you with this beautiful bhajan as we bring this event, this evening, this first session of Ramayana to a close. To all those joining us online as well, thank you for joining us this evening. We'll try to share as much as we can. And again, tomorrow morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, we will continue. The name of Rama as we speak tonight. Kya maya mein rakha, oh kya maya mein rakha. All right. Kya maya mein rakha, oh kya maya mein rakha. अरे हो जा राम नाम का पक्का लो भी क्या मैया में रखा, हो जा राम नाम का पक्का लो भी क्या मैया में रखा, हो जा राम नाम का पक्का लो भी क्या मैया में रखा, रामया में रखा, ओ क्या मैया में रखा, हो जा राम नाम का पक्का लो भी क्या मैया में राम नाम का पक्का लो भी क्या मैया में रखा. राम चरण में जो कोई आवत सकल पाप कट जाई, राम चरण में जो कोई आवत सकल पाप कट जाई. जे चरणन से सुर सरी निकली, जे चरणन से सुर सरी निकली, शंकर जता समाधि. हो जा राम नाम का पक्का लो भी क्या मैया में रखा, हो जा राम नाम का पक्का लो भी क्या मैया में रखा.
लखन बांधव हनुमान बहुबादी। गिर जटायु संपत तर गए, गिर जटायु संपत तर गई शबरी को जाती। ओ राम नाम का पखारो भी क्या मया में रखा, ओ राम नाम का पखारो भी क्या मया में रखा। दुनिया दौलत माल का जाना बनिया बैल लदाई, दुनिया दौलत माल का जाना बनिया बैल लदाई। वो जाए माया संग जाए, वो जाए माया संग जाए, सब यही रही हो जाए। ओ राम नाम का बखालो भी क्या माया में रखा, ओ राम नाम का बखालो भी क्या माया में रखा, क्या माया में रखा, वो क्या माया में रखा। ओ राम नाम का बखालो भी क्या माया में रखा, ओ राम नाम का बखालो भी क्या माया में रखा। जय श्री राम। कथा विसर्जन होतु है, सुनो वीर हनुमान, रामा लक्ष्मण जानकी सदा करो कल्याण। एक घड़ी आदो घड़ी आदो में पुनिया, तुलसी संगत साधिके हते घोत अपराध। श्रोता सब आसन गए, शंभु गए कैलाश। रामायण मम हृदय महा आन करहु तुम पास। राम राम कहे राम कहे, राम राम कहे राम, राम राम कहे राम कहे, राम राम कहे राम। प्रेम से बोलो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम भगवान रामचंद्र की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। जय श्री राम। कोटि धन्यवाद. Before I hand you over to Panji, let's give a lovely round of applause for all the musicians and all of the chorus. Very, very lovely indeed. Thank you so much. Koti dhanyavad. And to you, Bhaiya, thank you for allowing me this opportunity to share in the glories of Ramayana in this beautiful ashram amongst these wonderful pandits and wonderful devotees and your family. And we look forward to continuing tomorrow once again. And I look forward to meeting all of you. And stay blessed and remember, love all and serve all selflessly. Jai Shri Ram. Koti dhanyavad.
बोलिए श्यामति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. Once again, our respected Panditji, with Neil Prasad ji, we really appreciate for your great message and respect you gave to all the devotees, and same respect they all are giving you, and they love you so much. And as soon as they heard like you coming here, they said, yes, we will be here. So nice of you. Thank you very much. And Sastri ji, once again, behalf of Mandir, behalf of Shri Vrindavan Dham family, as we had started this one a few years back together, like to wish you again very happy Janmadiन. Thank you. You know very much. And of course, one of our another auntie, she's sitting there, Auntie Data. Jai Shri Ram, happy birthday. And on another, the auntie would celebrate her 60th today. Like to wish you also happy birthday. And at this time, I will ask Lynette, please, and Shashmir, they are going to say a few words on behalf of the family. And she was telling me many things before, but I don't want to tell those one. She will share her own self, the kathaa. Yeah, I'll take this one also.
This one?
Is it also good? No? It's good. Okay. Yes. Okay, coming.
Sitaram, Vyasji, the Mordarji, all the other Pandits, members of the Durga temple, family and friends, Jai Sitaram, Radhe Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
I am nervous. It's indeed a pleasure seeing all of you here tonight, this evening, taking the time out of your busy schedule to celebrate with us. Thank you. I would like to take this opportunity to wish Shri Jai Shima Sastri Ajora Seuraj Singh a happy 60th birthday. May Bhagwan shower him with his choicest blessings, with good health, and health come with wealth, and that's all we need. By you performing puja today and bringing all your friends and family under one roof, it brings you a lot of love and happiness. I came across a really nice poem, and I would like to just read just a few lines. People are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are successful, you will have some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest anyway. What you spend years building, some could destroy it overnight. Build anyway. If you have serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give the world the best you have anyway. You see, in the final analysis, it is between you and your God. It was never between you and them anyway. I would like to say that what makes a person, not your jewelry, not your clothes, not your house, not what you have, is your words, your action, and your thoughts. And once that is in a straight line, we would be very successful moving forward. We love you anyway. Happy birthday.
Sitaram, everyone. First off, I want to say thank you for everybody showing up, regardless how far you came and if you had to cross the border or not. I know it's trying times. Pundits, thank you for officiating my father's birthday, his 60th birthday. I know we've known each other for a long time, and he's very, very grateful. And he was telling me a little bit about you as well, Pundit, and he said he's known you a long time, and he's very grateful that you were able to come. She kind of took a lot of my spice, but I guess the one thing I can say is I was doing a little bit of math when I was sitting down there, and I'm 27 and he's 60, so that makes a 33-year gap between the two of us. So, if my math is right, then I get about 6 years until I have to start having children of my own. So thank you. So, with that being said, thank you for teaching me all that you've taught me over the years, the 27 years that I've known you. I finally realized my goal because of you as of recently, and without your guidance, I don't think that I would have been able to get to where I am today and be able to speak in front of everybody as confidently as I am today. So thank you, I love you, have a happy birthday. May Bhagwan bless you with everything that you want. And have a good night, everybody.
And now one of our family member, Bharat. You was hiding, but you have to come today. And he will say a few words on behalf of the family. And of course, as I said earlier, we all built a very, very strong relation, very respectful relation with each other. Then he will say a few words on behalf of the family. Thank you.
Reverend Pandit Neil Prasad, Pandit Damura, or the Pandits of Vrindavan Dham, friends, relatives, devotees. I feel privileged to be present here tonight to join in worship and to celebrate the 60th birthday of my brother-in-law, Sastri Seuraj Singh. I have known Sastri from a very, very tender age, and I have had the opportunity to witness his growth. I'm proud to see him grow from a happy-go-lucky, carefree young man into a very ambitious and successful gentleman. Sastri comes from a family that is well known in the community for its charitable disposition. Sastri himself is the epitome of humility, for he can get along with people in almost every strata of life. There is only one word, in my opinion, that can accurately describe or define a person, and that word is character. Sastri has shown a lot of character. He has molded his life on the principles of trust and honesty, and on the pillars of perseverance and tolerance, rather unfashionable qualities in today's society. Sastri is very affable. He earns respect and reciprocates likewise. He accepts responsibilities willingly. He performs them with diligence and fidelity. He is always willing to lend a helping hand to anyone that is wishing to avail himself of the opportunity. In 1988, Sastri decided to migrate in search of a better quality of life for himself. Like many of us, myself included, his early settlement was no roller coaster one. He had his trials and his tribulation, but he demonstrated that he was full of passion, that ingredient that fuels the desire to succeed. And succeed he did. His successes in life are ample testimony of his successes. Sastri, today you are celebrating your birthday. You are a living example that good things come to those who are willing to sacrifice for a desirable cause. You are celebrating a milestone. I want to congratulate you. I want to say I'm I'm extremely happy for you. I want to wish you not what you wish yourself, but I want to wish you what is best for you for now and the future. Learn from yesterday, live for today, and hope for tomorrow. On behalf of the Patriam family in its entirety, I want to wish you a very, very happy birthday. May you live a life in abundance, filled with great good health, longevity. May you have total happiness, nothing short of what life has to offer. May you have great days, now and always. Thank you.
Before I call Lynette and Shashmir again, I found one of the sisters. Please, if you can come. Sarah or anybody want to say a few words? Then please you can do so. And for 2 minutes. Otherwise, I will call the mom. Let's come all together.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Yes.
On behalf of my family, my husband, my 3 girls, Nirvana, Ariana, and Petra, I would like to wish my brother a very happy birthday. I pray that Bhagwan shower his choicest blessings upon you. I mean, Krishna is my God, and I pray to him that he grants you everything that you desire. Hare Krishna.
Jai Sitaram, everyone. Just like to say thank you guys for coming and celebrating with us, celebrating with my brother. It's retirement for him. It's time for him to start giving up everything. You can send it my way. Anyway, just want to wish you a very happy birthday from myself, my puppy, my boys, and my new grandson. Just want to wish you happy birthday. Long life. Bhagwan bless you. Bhagwan Hanumanji bless you. Always. And the family, Lunat and Shashme also.
Sitaram, everyone. Being the eldest of the Sastris in the Seuraj family of Mr. and Mr. Ajula Seuraj Singh. Brother, what can I say? I wish you a very happy birthday, eternal happiness, good health and strength. I know you were the watchman for me when I was going to get Mr. Patiram climbing up the tree, looking out to see who's coming in. But anyway, I still love you. Enjoy your special day. Happy birthday. Thank you.
Thank you all the sisters. And this time, okay, Lynette and Sastri, please come. Shastriji, please come here. Om Swasti na Indro Vridhasrava Swasti na Mukha Vishwaveda Swasti na Rikshon Arishanemi Swasti no Vrihaspati Dadhatu.
विदाशोभमानं महीयते धनं धान्यं पशुं बहुपुत्रलाभं शतसंवत्सरं दीर्घमायुः वागर्धाइव सम्पृक्तो वागर्ध प्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। वागर्धाइव सम्पृक्तो वागर्ध प्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ।
Once again, devotees, like to say special thanks, Shastriji and Lynette and the entire family for taking this great opportunity or celebrating your very, very special day in the Mandir. At Mandir, really the house of each and every one of us, where we can celebrate, where we can pray together, where we can build a very, very respectful and very, very strong relation with each other. and that is the real man ke andar. That's what we call Mandir. Then Linechi and Sastri, thank you very much for taking or bringing the Panditji also or celebrating your big day in front of the Ma Bhagavati Paramba, Bhagwan Sri Krishna, and blessings to each and every one of you, and blessings to your Shastri ji, Jimev Sharadaha Satam, 100 वर्षों तक जियो, स्वस्थ जियो, live a very long life, 100 years on this earth, very happy and very healthy life. Thank you very much, and gentlemen, keep it up. Congratulations. At this time, we will perform final aarti devotees, and then we will go downstairs where there is another program is for you, each and every one of you. Bhajan part is here, bhojan, and some singing part will be downstairs. Thank you very much, and please join with us tomorrow again for the katha, 10 a.m. to 12. Those who came here first time today, I'd like to say a special welcome to them also. Thank you. Let's stand up please as we do aarti, make 5-6 lines please, and do the aarti for a few minutes and pass the aarti to the next person behind you. Thank you. Kadri garva sambhutam karpurantu pradepitam araradekam kurve pashyami varado bhava ya devi sarvabhuteshu matrupe samstika Namaste, 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 namo namah. Om Jai Ambe Gauri, Maya Jai Shama Gauri. लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की, शिवांगे बिहारी लाल की, पवन सुत हनुमान की। हे मैं मेरी सच्चिया होता हमारी माता तेरी सदा ही जय। बोल भाई सब संतन की जय, सदगुरु महाराज की जय। सनातन धर्म की, सनातन धर्म की, सनातन धर्म की। बोले साचे दरबार की जय। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ द्यौः शान्ति अन्तरिक्षः शान्ति पृथ्वी शान्तिराप शान्तियोषधय शान्तिर्वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवः शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वत्र शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम। सभी बैठ करके प्रणाम कर लेंगे। प्लीज बॉव डाउन एवरीवन। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोलिए श्यामति रामचंद्र भगवान की। तो अभी आप